There are moments in K-pop that go beyond performance, beyond music, and touch something much deeper. Recently, BABYMONSTER AHYEON did exactly that, with a message so sincere, so warm, that it moved fans across the world to tears. It wasn't a performance, it wasn't a comeback, and it wasn't a fan meeting. It was a handwritten note, a simple sheet of paper that carried one sentence, now echoing throughout the fandom. When 99% of people judge your results, I'll be the 1% who remembers your journey. That single line became the talk of every Monstiez community online. Fans said it felt like a hug, a comfort, a reminder that their struggles matter. But there's more to this story, because behind those words lies something deeply personal, a glimpse into Ayeon's heart, her values, and how she sees the people who support her. Let's dive into the full story behind this emotional message, the reactions it sparked, and why many fans are calling it one of the most heartfelt moments in K-pop this year. It all started with a special event organized by YG Entertainment to support students and Monstiez preparing for the upcoming CSAT, Korea's university entrance exam. Instead of the usual good luck or fighting messages idols often post, YG created something unique. A mock exam paper designed like an actual CSAT sheet, but filled with encouraging messages from the BABYMONSTER members themselves. Each member wrote their own words of encouragement, but one page in particular stood out, Ayeon's. On her paper, she wrote in Korean, 별빛처럼 찬란한 꽃이 피게 할 거야. Translated, it means, a brilliant flower will bloom like starlight. Beneath it, she even wrote the English version herself, a brilliant flower will bloom like starlight. It was poetic, soft, and radiated the exact energy that fans associate with Ayeon, calm, elegant, but powerful in emotion. But what came next was what truly captured everyone's hearts, a personal message addressed to her fans, written directly to Monstiez. The message begins gently, yet immediately feels intimate. My dear Monstiez. From the very first line, Ayeon erased the distance between idol and fan. It felt personal, genuine, as if she were speaking to each fan individually. Then she wrote, "The world may value results more than the process, but I believe that no result can surpass your effort." It's rare to find words that simple yet so powerful. She wasn't just talking about exams, she was talking about life. And then came the line that broke the internet. If 99% of people judge you by the outcome, I'll be the 1% who remembers your journey. It was sincere, emotional, and philosophical in its own quiet way. Fans said they could almost hear her voice saying those words, calm, reassuring, full of compassion. It wasn't just a message for students. It was a message for anyone who's ever felt like their efforts went unseen, like their value was measured only by their results. Ayeon reminded everyone that effort, persistence, and the journey itself have meaning, even when the world forgets kindness. To understand why this message hits so hard, you have to know who Ayeon is. Since pre-debut, she's been known as one of YG's most talented all-rounders, powerful vocals, sharp rap delivery, and an undeniable stage presence. But beyond her performance skills, fans have always described her as warm, humble, and thoughtful. While other idols may focus on achievements or popularity, Ayeon often talks about growth, resilience, and staying true to oneself. Her letter to Monstiez is the perfect reflection of that mindset. She ended her note with, "You've come such a long way, our beloved and wonderful Monstiez." For a fan who's been stressed about exams, struggling with studies, or just feeling the weight of expectations, those words hit deeply. It wasn't just encouragement. It was validation. It was her saying, "I see you. I'm proud of you." The moment YG posted the photo of Ayeon's letter, social media erupted. Within hours, hashtags Ayeon support message and hashtag our beloved Monstiez were trending across multiple countries. Fans began posting edits of her quote with soft instrumental music, writing, "She doesn't just sing, she heals." On X, formerly Twitter, one fan wrote, "Ayeon isn't just an idol. She's the kind of person who remembers the effort you made even when you failed." Another comment that went viral said, "When the world forgets how hard you tried, Ahyeon remembers. It became a wave of shared emotion. Fans from all over the world translating her words into different languages, posting their own stories about how her message helped them keep going. It wasn't just about Kpop anymore. It became a message of humanity, kindness, and empathy. Ahyeon's letter carries a universal truth. We live in a world obsessed with results, grades, numbers, rankings, views, likes, achievements. But Ahyeon reminds us that what truly matters isn't just the final result, it's the story behind it. The sleepless nights, the effort no one saw, the quiet resilience to keep going, that's what she values. Her words, "I'll be the 1% who remembers your journey," feel like a small rebellion against a world that often forgets kindness in the chase for success. And in a poetic twist, many fans pointed out that the message also reflects Baby Monster's own journey. The group went through challenges, pre-debut changes, immense pressure under YG, and the weight of public expectations. Ahyeon knows what it feels like to be judged by outcomes, which is why her message hits differently. It's not just advice, it's experience turned into empathy. To many fans, Ahyeon's words feel even more meaningful because they come from someone who has walked through her own difficult path. During Baby Monster's debut period, Ahyeon had to take a hiatus due to her health reasons. The group moved forward, but fans continued to wait and send messages of support until she was ready to return. When she finally came back, it felt like a symbol of strength and healing, proof that sometimes the journey itself is the victory. That's why fans often say she doesn't just perform, she heals. Her message to Monstiez is not just comfort, it's a reflection of her own belief that effort, no matter how quiet, is beautiful. The reason Ahyeon's message spreads so widely is simple. It's universal. Every person, whether a student, a worker, a dreamer, or struggling, has felt the pressure of being judged by results. And when she says, "I'll be the 1% who remembers your journey," it feels like she's standing beside you saying, "I see your effort. You're not alone." In Korea, some teachers reportedly shared her quote with students preparing for exams, saying it perfectly captured what they wanted to tell their students, that effort matters. Fans around the world began turning the message into art, study motivation videos, wallpapers, and even daily affirmations. From one handwritten note, Ahyeon started a movement of kindness and empathy. In the days following her message, Monstiez communities became more active than ever. Fans started the online campaign 1% Who Remembers, where they shared stories about their own struggles, academic, professional, or personal, and how Ahyeon's words inspired them to keep going. One fan wrote, "Every time I feel like giving up, I remember that Ahyeon would be proud of my effort, not my score." That line alone sums up why this message meant so much. It's more than fan-idol interaction. It's emotional connection. And that's what Kpop, at its best, truly represents. Connection, empathy, and shared growth between artists and fans. Even Baby Monster's own members were touched by Ahyeon's words. Ruka mentioned in a live broadcast that she read all the handwritten letters and found Ahyeon's message especially touching. Chiquita admitted that she even cried a little after reading it, saying, "Uni's message made me emotional. She's always so warm." Fans quickly clipped those moments, commenting that even within the group, Ahyeon's warmth is felt deeply. It became a wholesome reminder that Baby Monster isn't just a group of talented girls, they're a sisterhood built on understanding and support. Looking back, it's incredible how something so simple, a letter written for a fan event, could create such a wave of positivity. Ahyeon reminded everyone that empathy still matters, that kindness still resonates, and that words can heal. Her message transcended the context of an exam and became something timeless. When 99% of people judge you by the outcome, I'll be the 1% who remembers your journey. It's now more than just a quote. It's a mindset, a comfort, a promise. For fans who are struggling, these words became a small light, a reason to keep going, to keep believing, to keep trying. And that's the kind of impact that lasts longer than any chart position or award. Ahyeon's note to Monstiez wasn't about perfect English or poetic flair. It was about honesty. She spoke from her heart, and that's exactly why it resonated so deeply. In an industry often defined by perfection, Ayan reminded everyone that imperfection, effort, process, vulnerability, is beautiful too. Her message teaches us that success is not only about reaching the top, but about walking the path with sincerity. So to anyone listening, whether you're studying, working, dreaming, or struggling, remember this: there will always be someone who sees you for your effort. There will always be someone who remembers your journey. And sometimes that person is Ayan. What do you think about Ayan's message? Did it reach you the same way it reached millions of Monstiez around the world? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us what journey you're proud of. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more heartwarming stories and updates from the world of K-pop. Because just like Ayan said, a brilliant flower will bloom like